Hey guys, what is up? This is Autobot JCB coming to you with a brand new how to transform video. Today's video, I'm going to be showing you how to transform the 2004 Transformers Energon Landmine. Now, this character has always been one of my favorites, not only because of his design, but how they introduced him. In the Transformers Energon series, he was actually one of the followers or one of the two Autobots that were following around the character Rodimus Prime. So you had Rodimus, you had Prowl, and you had Landmine. Landmine is kind of the muscle of the trio, in my opinion. I think his Powerlinx mode is actually pretty cool because he can actually combine with the rear section of his vehicle mode. It's kind of similar to how Bulkhead can combine with his weapons platform that can be towed around while he's in vehicle mode, or he can combine it while he's in his bot mode. In this case, it'd be his brute mode. I thought it'd be kind of funny if Landmine's Powerlinx mode was called brute mode because of how big and bulky he becomes. Unfortunately, that's not the case, but what are you going to do, I suppose? So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to show you how to transform Landmine into his alt mode, and then I'll show you how to transform the rear section of his vehicle mode into its weapon assembly mode, and then I will show you how to combine both of them into Powerlinx Landmine mode. So the first thing we're going to go ahead and do, if you look in right down in here, it's kind of hard to see, but there you see that little blue panel. There are actually two pins at the end of it. Now, what those do is when those are connected onto this, they actually solidify the connection, but it makes it very difficult to detach. So I just went ahead and just pre-detached and just set it there. So there you can see the pins right there. And what those do is they link into the two ports that are right here. And like I said, when those are actually snug, they are very difficult to get out. I'm honestly surprised that I haven't broken this one yet because of how hard it is to force those pins out. But anyway, as you can see here, without the rear section of his vehicle mode, he still looks like a pretty neat. Looks kind of like one of those big trucks you see at like a tractor pull or something like that. He's got the triple smokestacks on each side. He's got the huge cow catcher on the front, or snow plow, whatever you prefer. Overall, I think that this vehicle mode design is actually one of the best designs I've ever seen. Not only because of how compact it can become, but just honestly how neat it looks. So we're going to go ahead and jump into transforming Landmine, and then we'll move on. So the first thing we're going to want to do is you'll notice that there are two seams right here and right here on the cow catcher, or on the scoop, whatever you want to call it. If you go ahead and pull on each side of it, and then as you do, make sure you disconnect this pin right here. That will actually dislodge both section of it just like that. And then what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and rock this piece up on its double hinge, and it'll just sit snug just like that. The next thing we'll do is we'll take these two light blue panels on each side. We'll go ahead and flip these up, and then we'll grab this whole section and we'll bring it down just like that. And I'll grab this section, bring it all the way down just like that. Now when you do, you'll notice that on this section there is a little pin that will port right into this spot right here, and that will actually connect into Landmine's waist. Then what we'll do is we'll go ahead and take the scoop piece, we'll fold it out straight on this triple whatever, however many joints it has, I don't even know. It's got a ball joint in there, and then I guess two pins, and then this is on a little swivel, or a little spin joint right here, whatever you want to call it. What you'll do is you'll actually take this pin right here and fold this up and port it into this port right here. Go ahead and lock that in, and then flip this piece back just like that, because that is actually going to be one of Landmine's legs. So we'll go ahead and fold this out straight, give it a turn, bring it up on the hinge, and port it into the spot. And then make sure that you have these up flat, because if you have them like that, it's going to look weird. Go ahead and flip that up like that. We'll go ahead and straighten that a little bit, sorry. There we go. And then just go ahead and flip this piece back, and then go ahead and bring these back down, and there we have Landmine's legs. The next thing you'll do is if you come back here, you'll see that this little there's this little hinge piece right here. Now, the pins that are on the inside of these gray pieces actually peg into these screw holes that are on each side of his arms. So what you'll have to do is you have to pop those out and then just let this piece kind of fall. And then what you do, just go ahead and fold it around to his back and just go ahead and just fold it up just like that. And then that will give you the clearance you need to open up his chest. Or open up his shoulders. So what we'll do is we're going to go ahead and flip this out just like this. We're going to go ahead and flip it out just like that. Do not flip it all the way down, because what you have to do is you actually have to flip this back. And that will actually become the shoulders for him. And then what you do is if you flip his head up, his head's got this little pin right here. It's kind of a pain in the butt, but there we go. Get that folded up and then fold this down just like this. Then what we'll do is we'll go ahead and flip this around just like that. And then we'll bring this out. And you'll notice that it's got this little slide rail right here. I always have trouble just doing it on one side. So if you take 2 fingernails and do it on both sides at the same time, it actually makes it slide out a lot easier. So we'll go ahead, flip this around, and flip this out. And then 2 fingernails. What am I doing? Like I said, it can be difficult because they are really snug. And there we have Landmine's other arm. So there we have Landmine in his alt mode. As you can see here, Landmine's got a pretty neat alt mode. I think even without his attachments on him, I still think he looks like he's ready to basically knock down anybody who gets in his way or tries to duke it out with his fellow Autobots. So there's Landmine in his alt mode, and now what I'll do is we will set him off to the side, and I will show you how to transform the weapons platform. This is actually really easy to do. All you really have to do is you just fold down these tracks just like this, bring these down just like that, and kind of fold them so it kind of sits like a little tripod type deal. And then all you do is you fold these back just like this, and then turn this and lock it in place, and then turn these straight. Excuse me. So that's how we had it before. So we'll turn it, and it'll click into place, and then he has a tow cable, and he's got his blaster right here. Now, what's neat about this, this tow cable will actually extend, and then if you push the button, it's supposed to make a sound effect. I don't know if it's going to do it because mine has a little short in the wiring. I need to get it replaced. But if you push it, it will actually retract the cable. And like I said, mine has a little bit of a short. So I don't know if you guys can really even hear that or if it's even working at all. But what it does is it sounds like it is a... it's supposed to sound like a... kind of like a flatbed wrecker truck when it raises the ramp or raises the bed of the truck when it has a car on it, stuff like that. That's basically what it's supposed to sound like. But anyway, so there's the tow cable platform, plus the weapons platform, whatever you want to call it. Now comes the fun part, because I'm going to show you how to combine all the pieces onto Landmine. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to make sure... Oh, sure, now you want to work. Well, you got to hear it, guys. There we go. Go ahead and flip this back down, and we're going to go ahead and flip this up. And we'll flip this. Whoops. Flip that. Do that. I'll flip these back around just like this. I'll flip that back up and hook that just like that. So there we have the rear section of this tow truck mode. So we'll go ahead and lay this flat. And then what we're going to do is we're actually going to take off the rear section, or we're going to take off the treads off of each side of him, just like that. They're on some pretty neat hex pins right there, and these fit really snug in here. I'm really glad that those fit so snug in there, because it's kind of a headache when you have loose joints and they pop off all the time. All right, so now what we're going to do is I'm going to show you how to connect. What am I looking at? I am sorry, guys. Hang on one second. And we're back. Sorry about that, guys. All right. So anyway, going back to the weapons platform, Had a little mishap. Sorry about that. All right, so in order to do this, what we'll do first is, I always have trouble with this. We're going to go ahead and take the rocket out first, just so I don't have any issues with it. And what we'll do is, if you take this piece, flip it back, and then it's on a little double hinge right here, and you click it down and just kind of lay it behind him just like this. And then what we'll do is we'll go ahead and flip the other piece down and bring that back, line it up just like that. And then what we'll do is take this whole section, give it a little bit, give it a little bit of a turn, and then we'll turn these, bring these both up just like this, turn, bring up. These two pinholes right here will actually line up with these pins right on Landmine's back. So we'll go ahead and snap those suckers in. And there's one and there's two. So, oh, I forgot he actually made that sound. I haven't done this transformation for a while, so there we go. All right, so next what we'll do is, if you go ahead and take his arms and you turn his arms just like this, you'll see that turn his arms just like this, you'll see that he has two pins on each side. So what we'll do is, if you take, this is the wrong one. If you take these right here, you'll see that there are two pinholes right there and there. Just go ahead and flip these claws out just like this, and then line those pinholes up with those pins. And, whoops, first thing, push his fist back up into position. Sorry, guys. Man, they're hard to get in by themselves, too. There we go. All right. Now we can connect Landmine onto his claws. So there we have claw number 1. Sorry about all the mishaps, guys. And we'll go ahead and bring his other fist up, turn it, and we'll go ahead and put his other fist up into its housing, just like that. And then we'll bring this other piece, flip the claws out, just like that. There's the other two pinholes, line them up with these pins. And we'll go ahead and connect them on just like that. And there we have Landmine Powerlinx mode. Oh, we better give him back his rocket because he's going to need it. Go ahead and give him back that. There we go. And then one thing I think is kind of neat, if you want, he can actually use his hook while he's in his Powerlinx mode. I don't think it actually makes the sound waves like that. I haven't done this one for a while, so I apologize. But anyway, guys, so that's the 2004 Transformers Energon Landmine. I know a lot of people have been wanting me to do this figure for a while, so I'm very sorry for the delay. But if you guys have any other ideas for other Transformers you'd like me to try and do, feel free to comment below, even hit that like and subscribe button, and hit that notification bell. I'm going to be moving forward with a bunch of new, bunch more Transformers Energon figures. And so if you guys have any suggestions for figures for Energon, even Cybertron, or anything else you'd like me to try and do, just let me know, and I will see what I can do to help you out. Until then, bye.